It doesn't matter whenever we start recording.
Yeah.
Um,
Name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let's all clap in 3, 2, 1.
Clap.
That wasn't really. That was
Okay.
like kind of like. Eh.
Okay, whenever
You
I
do
say
better
go,
than that.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go. Wait, shit.
Oh.
Oh no! I missed it.
Okay,
3.
so on go.
Yeah, on go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go.
Dude, what are you doing? Did you clap on go?
Yeah.
I feel like we should put this as the intro. This is fun.
Welcome to the What's in Your Kibble show with me, Veritat.
And me. Oh,
Disbelief.
in disbelief.
And today we have a very special guest with...
Hi, it's Mondo The Alien.
It's Mondo the Alien.
Wow.
Can you remind us which planet you're from?
I'm from the planet Baseldorp.
Ooh.
Or Minnesota.
Same thing.
Essentially.
Remember whenever we did an interview?
I do.
I still have all the
What
footage,
happened in
but
that interview?
I think it
Hell
would be
yeah.
better if we did a new one.
Yeah, I'm more
So
relevant.
old. It's so
I'm more.
old.
Yeah, that was before Sycamore dropped.
Yeah, I'm scrapping all the interviews that I had recorded because they're all so old.
I think it would be cool if you brought him back, like way in the future, to look back on that.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Something like
A
that.
peek into the Veritat vault.
Yeah.
Here we have an old.
You don't want to see what's in the Veritat vault.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
It's scary. You got skeletons in your closet.
What the hell?
A literal
It's
skeleton.
best.
He
It's
murdered a
best
man.
left unsaid.
So what are we
is
here
that?
to talk about, guys?
What's on your mind, Mondo?
What's in your kibble?
What's in my kibble?
What's in there?
Irish people.
What?
How do you feel about them?
I'm a fan. I just finished Dairy Girls on Netflix with my partner.
Nice.
What is Dairy Girls?
It's like a comedy show about these like 5 girls who go to like a Catholic school in Londonderry in Ireland in 1980s during the Civil War, and it's
Ooh.
quite funny. A bunch of
Nice.
Irish people yelling. It's a good time.
You know, a
Big
funny
fan.
show I watched. Has anyone here seen Mr. Iglesias on Netflix? It's like it's from the comedian Gabriel Iglesias. He has like a kid show where he's a teacher. It's hilarious. I watched 2 seasons of it.
That's fucking epic, dude.
When did you do that? You've never talked about this.
It was maybe like 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 whole
2
years,
years ago?
Yeah. Well,
This
I
is,
mean,
like,
one
irrelevant.
season was like 2 years ago, and like the second season was like a year and a half ago.
Do they have a season 3 out, or is it just the 2 seasons?
I don't know. If you find out, let me know. I might be interested.
I got you.
Okay, we're here with Mondo the Alien to talk about found footage.
Sorry, that's gonna be loud in the microphone. I'm gonna apologize right now for that.
What is found footage?
found it?
Footage. Found footage is an upcoming EP of mine. I wanted to do like a thematically focused little short EP. And the idea sprung from I was just like making a beat. I was gonna make a beat one day, and I can't remember who, but I asked somebody, like, I think it was in a stream, I can't remember, but I asked like the chat, or whoever, like the other people in the chat, or like whoever was streaming, like, what should I sample? And then someone said like an appliance or something, and so I found a video of like a GoPro inside of a dishwasher. And I used that as like the basis for some drums, and I made a beat out of that. And then I was like, I like this. I'm gonna see if I could do some other Foley, like, found sound type beats. And I found a bunch more. I did one with like a typewriter and some other neat stuff. And then it became like a 5-track EP. And yeah, it's gonna be coming out soon. My planned release date, because this will probably come out by the time I announce it, because I'm about to shoot. I got the visual shot. I want to talk about that a little below. But I'm planning to release it around late February. February 27th is my planned release date.
Oh, wow. That's pretty close.
I've heard a few of the songs, if not all of the songs, and I will say some of your best songs are on this thing.
Hell yeah.
By far best songs.
Like, just rapping-wise, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of your best just pure raps.
Pure rapidy raps. Yeah, I really wanted to just, like, bar the fuck out.
A line that I recall, Mondo says, "I'm a lyrical, spiritual miracle, and I'm spherical."
You came prepared,
I'm spherical.
I did come prepared.
He did your homework, Johnny homework.
Mm-hmm.
Every act that I make's an act of creation.
Oh my goodness.
I'm past patiently waiting.
I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation.
Whoa.
I only know that because me and Kayla were reading the lyrics.
Yeah, last night.
What are those even the lyrics for?
It's from Hamilton.
Oh god.
The greatest piece of hip hop ever. Rapping Slave Master is my favorite.
I love me Hamilton. Hamilton just rubs me the wrong way.
It does.
No matter what.
I liked it because when it was coming out, I was like still a theater kid and I was like getting more into hip hop. So it was like at the worst perfect time for me to like enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I will say it did introduce me to David Diggs, who is in Clipping, who are one of my favorite rap groups ever.
Something good did come from Hamilton.
Yeah, one good thing. A single good thing.
What's
love it, though.
what's their album? It's like the teeth on the cover. It's like the sequel to the Visions of Bodies Being Burned.
Yes,
that album.
I love
the
first
album.
one was There Existed an Addiction to Blood, and then Visions of Bodies. I love those albums. Those are one of my like. I listen to those all the time.
96 Nev Campbell is my favorite song on that.
Oh, it's so good.
They're
insane.
Yeah.
I love just like the soundscapes that they use and like just the wild, then like the concepts they use, and like he's such a good like Diggs is such a good storyteller too. It's great. Yeah, I love their stuff.
We already got distracted. We already got distracted from the topic.
Goodness.
So, what would you say, like, what were, like, the biggest influences on the production on this project, besides, like, the stream chat telling you to sample that?
I'd say that's a great question. The idea, I kind of got the idea for, like, and my love of, like, found sound and, like, Foley stuff from, like Joji's early Chloe Burbank era music. Like You Suck Charlie has a lot of like a lot of his early like songs that he was putting out had a lot of found sound, a lot of like Foley, and that kind of made me like it. And I've always used Foley in my beats before. Like I often use like the sound of like a whiskey glass or like a pen being clicked or something like that. Just little, ear candy bits here and there.
Yeah.
But then I kind of just like, I don't know. The first beat, I just had the idea or got the idea for the first beat, and then I heard it and it worked out so well that I was like, I just gotta keep doing this for at least a couple more songs, and then it just kind of evolved into a whole little EP, and then I kind of added some loose narrative stuff to kind of tie it all together in a fun little bow. There's like a very light kind of comedic story throughout. There's some skits and stuff throughout the runtime that kind of give it like I wanted it to be just like a fun mixtape, like from a mixtape era. Some shit you just found, some dude at a party like slips you a tape. Yeah. And you find it and you plug it in and you're like, what the fuck? This is some weird, wild shit. But it's very, sound-wise, it's very grimy. Very warm, very dusty. It's probably one of my favorite projects I've done. I don't know. I'm super stoked on it. I think it's really fun to just like come up with an idea and just like pursue it and just like execute it. And it's like, oh shit, yeah, I can do that. I like just doing little fun little experiments, and this one panned out really well.
It's impressive to see how much you can work on all at once without getting overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's actually kind of like what helps me not get overwhelmed is the fact that I'm doing multiple different things at one time. Because if one thing gets like stale or overwhelming, I can switch to something else.
Yeah.
Like I have a main album I've been working on that's going to be like my main release of this year that I've been chipping away at for a couple months now. Just refining here and there, getting more and more features for it. And then like while I started working on that is when I was working on the Mondo Sad World tape, because I was like, I want to make some fucking indie shit, because why the hell not?
I love that project, by the way.
Hell yeah.
It's super good.
I was super happy that people fucked with it. I was like a little I mean, I was confident in the music itself, but I was
Who you're putting it out to.
Yeah, I was
it's
like,
just cool that people actually gave it a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
So different.
Yeah. Even if it is like, I don't expect it to be anyone's favorite project of mine, because you know it's very obvious. It's a side thing. Like this is not like I'm not switching to that sound. I'm not like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just a sound that I enjoy. I love that kind of music, and I've been making that kind of music for a minute. And so now it's fun to dabble in it. And now like that I know that people like my more kind of melodic guitar singer-songwriter type stuff, I'll probably be putting more elements of that into my music going forward. Just like little, yeah.
It's so nice. I remember like when I dropped Earth for my last album, it was like something that I totally like didn't expect to just do forever, but I was just like stepping out of my comfort zone and doing something like, you know, and then seeing people hype it up.
No,
and
that's
I think seeing people hype it up the way like they did for your project is just like, it inspires you to do more. Like whether or not you go in that same direction exactly, you're willing to step out of the box more often. It's good.
It just adds diversity to your catalog.
Yeah, exactly. It can be it's a little break from the normal everyday.
Because it gets tiring doing just like hip hop songs over and over and over.
Or the same type of song of like anything. Yeah. You know, like that's why I always find it fun and want to experiment with different sounds for each project, and but because it's by me, it's gonna have like the Mondo like spice on it. It's
the Mondo swag.
Yeah.
That's the Mondo swag.
A Mondo.
I'll take it. Yeah, it's a Mondo.
That's all your song needs.
Yeah,
just add a little bit of Mondo swag, and you got your Grammy nomination.
Oh my god. Hell yeah. Ow! I dropped something.
So, what's in your kibble?
We already asked that.
What does that mean specifically? Like, what is?
We came up with it today.
What's in your kibble?
It's like cat food, I guess.
Well, I know what kibble is, but like.
No, wait. Well, in the art Zach did, that's in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be both of our cats, but I don't know if they're gonna be there or not.
Oh no.
Are they in there, Dayton?
Wait,
can you?
I can
guys,
check
comment
real
if you
quick.
can see the cats in the video.
Yeah.
Leave a like.
They are not there. Dudley is not
they're
there.
not there. No.
What the fuck?
We need to get Zach to fix that up.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Well, they should be there when you're watching if we convince Zach to do it.
Hell yeah.
I live with him. I'll just shoot
So
him.
look for it.
I went to a cat cafe today.
Really?
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
I've
sanitary?
always wanted to go to one.
What do you mean is that sanitary?
Like, are there just like litter boxes around?
No, it's a separate area. There's like the cafe coffee part, and then there's like a separate room with like a door you go through.
Oh.
And that's where all the cats are.
What? It's
But
a
there's like
cafe
a
with a cat room.
No, it's not a cafe with a cat room.
cafe.
It's like a... Listen, you whore. It's like a cafe, and there's a partition in between it with glass, and so you can see into the room with all the kitties. So you can come in... Listen. You come in, and you can schedule an appointment to go pet the cats and see the cats. But obviously, you got to schedule it because they don't want just people coming in and getting the cat sick or whatever.
Yeah.
But you come in, you're at your appointment, and then you can get your coffee or your tea. I got an iced chai with oat milk and cinnamon. And then you get to drink your drinks and play with some cats, and it's great. It was a lovely time. I went with my partner. It was
I'm sorry, I'm not setting up an appointment to go pet some random cats at a coffee place.
No,
Well,
I've always wanted to. There a new one like
No, I want to go to
nice,
Capybara
but-
Farm. That's where I want to go.
That's less sanitary, but okay.
Yeah, that was gonna say that
I'll
would
wash
be
my
like,
hands after.
Yeah, there's like obviously, but also like it's there, so like it's also a foster house for these cats. Like you go there to adopt the cats as well. Like the cats. Fun fact: it was this batch of cats' first social day there because all the other cats that were there like a week ago got adopted. So they just got a new batch of foster kitties.
You have to sign a warrant.
A warrant?
Like, some cats sign a waiver. some cats are just like even if they're nice cats, they'll still bite you. You know.
Well, yeah, and then that's why you don't do shit to piss the cats off.
But like they'll do it even if they're just like not pissed. They're just having fun.
I guess.
I feel like they wouldn't be out walking around if they were just naturally violent like that.
Yeah, obviously they like vet them
Every
and
cat
make sure
is.
that they're safe for like smaller children if there's gonna be smaller children there, and obviously they're animals, so they're still gonna like have issues. Like there was one cat that like if you get too close, they might hiss at you. But cats are pretty good at letting you know that they don't like something before unless they're a kitten. Like a little baby, and they don't mean. Most of the times that like my cat scratches me, she's just like playing, and she doesn't realize that her claws are out. And
I think maybe I'm used to just
having.
having a kitten.
Yeah,
I'm
your
not
cat's
used to,
also
like,
kind of
having
fucking insane.
My
Your cat's like
crazy.
an asshole.
She's a crazy motherfucker.
It's because I let her play like that, and I
Yeah.
engage and play with my hands, and she's used to it. You can only blame it so much on her, if I let it happen.
On glove, man.
Oh gosh. So what's in your kibble?
No, not again.
What does that mean?
I think I clipped when I said that.
The reveal for what that means is at episode 50.
Oh, okay.
It's actually 52.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll
Wow.
get that far?
I have
hope
no
so.
idea.
Am I clipping?
It's clipping, bitch.
What?
We were full circle.
Whoa!
Full circle.
Oh my. It just feels good. It just feels nice. It's like, if you stayed to this point, it's like a little reward. Like, comment if you got this far. It's like a little reward.
Wait, back. Okay, Is there anything else that you want to bring up on the EP that we haven't talked about yet? Or like the
gotta be
visuals
something.
for it. The visuals.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
the visuals. The visuals I'm really excited about. Me and my friend shot.
Shat?
We shot
Me and my
yesterday.
friend
No,
Shat.
on Monday, I got some friends together and we shot the main chunk of the visuals, which I'll be working on with Dayton himself. Whoa! Yeah, and I wanted to direct it visually this time, like in terms of the footage being used, because I had an idea. I like the concept of like getting someone's first reaction to something. I know that's been done before in certain contexts, but I wanted this one to be like intimate, where it's like a lot of the times that you've seen it, it's like we showed strangers this song for the first time. And
Yeah.
It's like that's the exciting part about it. But it's like this one, we're all like my friends, and it's in like an intimate setting, because there is like a through line of like throughout the project of like I won't spoil it, but like trying to get a hold of someone throughout the project is kind of a through line of it. And so I like the idea of having it like be like my best friends. And yeah, I won't say more than that.
Did you? Was it? You said it was their first time listening, or just?
It was all of. I mean, I had shown one of my friends like 2 of the songs, I think.
Yeah.
But everyone else, it was their first time hearing the project. So you get everyone's first reaction to
that.
stuff. So, like, when a certain beat comes in, like, there's a beat switch on one of the songs. And, like, capturing that moment of everyone reacting to the beat switch is, like, one of my favorite things. I wanted to capture that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, because I want the feeling of it I want the tape to feel warm. I want it to feel warm. It's like it's supposed to be fun. Yeah, it's supposed to be lighthearted, even if there are like lyrically like there's some more serious topics. But overall, it's supposed to be a more lighthearted project.
We see more people pushing boundaries with visuals for music. You know, just in general. Like we have music videos and like you know, Dayton and I have been working on like visualizers and things for our projects and just pushing the boundaries that way. It's nice to. I don't know. There's something really cool about like seeing like people in a visualizer instead of just like clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both have a different appeal to them. Like each one works for a different reason. Yeah, and this one, I was like, and also like I wanted to try my hand at like directing something, kind of. I mean, it's very slight direction, but conceptualizing the piece and finding the shot and everything. And there's some other sequences that we filmed alongside with it. And yeah, so I'm very excited about how it will develop over time.
It's awesome.
But yeah, that's yeah.
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 So, what's in your kibble?
Oh no!
It's our catchphrase.
That's just your way to like segue into stuff.
It's working so far.
It has worked so far.
Honestly, it genuinely
I
has.
take back my screaming. It's worked.
Redact strike that from the record, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie.
Speaking of Jamie, Caleb said that a big like motivation for him wanting to do this was because of the Joe Rogan cast.
No fucking way.
And I did not say that. I said something like close, but they just made it bad.
What did you say?
I was making a joke about
clear your
how we should
name,
be the
God
Joe Rogan.
damn it.
No, I was making a joke, and then Dayton's like, is this actually one of your inspirations? And I said no, but I feel like if it's the #1 podcast, maybe it wouldn't hurt to take a tip or two. Right?
I'll give you a tip or two.
Oh,
I don't know. Sorry,
crap.
that came.
Crap.
Yeah, it was
crap?
there. I'm sorry.
It's a kid show.
I'm sorry. Wait, really?
No.
It's called What's in Your Kibble, Mondo. It's cats.
No.
It's for children and cats alone.
Cats.
No, I'm
Speaking of
serious.
cats, do you guys like James Corden?
What? No, I do not.
I've been watching those James Corden clips.
Why? Like why?
I can't
Why do you
stand
do it to
I
yourself?
can't stand
I'm watching
that,
those
man.
James Corden clips where they sit around the table and they have like a bunch of gross foods and they spin it around. It's like, you have to drink bird saliva.
All you
And
do
then
is watch
Kevin
James
Hart's like,
Corden and Penn and Teller.
Penn
Oh,
and
God, I
Teller
love
is
Penn and
fire, but
Teller.
like I can talk about some Penn and Teller for a minute, but fucking.
Oh no, I gotta show you.
Corden.
I gotta show you this blast off trick they did after the podcast.
Mondo probably knows the blast off trick.
I'd be surprised.
That's pretty epic. Did you guys just see that Pikmin 4 just got announced?
I did.
I did. I heard that
I'm
it
fucking
happened,
excited.
but I haven't seen
Caleb doesn't give a hell about Pikmin.
it. No, I want to play Pikmin. I don't know where to start.
Pikmin 3.
Pikmin 1.
The most Pikmin I've played is from Smash. You guys know you can switch it to Alfie?
I do.
A little Easter egg.
It's a little thing
You
they
should
add in
play,
the game. Not many people know.
And what's the redhead girl's name? You can Bridget, Brenda.
I have
What?
No idea.
Not with Olimar.
Yeah.
Since when?
No, never mind. It was a mod. I'm lying. I'm a liar.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
you're
I'm a liar. I'm a
gaslighting me.
liar.
There's
I'm a
no
liar.
way.
I'm a liar.
Oh my goodness. Me. So guys,
What's in your kibble?
Honestly, what I'm trying to wonder is, what's in your guys' kibble?
You,
What's in
the
our
audience.
kibble?
We're breaking the fourth. We're
Wow!
talking to the audience now. What is in
Dayton, we
y'all's
talked
kibble?
about this.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I had a burger
So
today.
audience, how are you doing?
I had a burger
Cool, I don't
today.
care. Not you. What were you saying?
How can
Sorry.
you talk to the audience?
I had a
like
burger today.
What kind of burger?
Just like
Is it
one you
ham
put
or
in the
cheese?
microwave.
In the
In the
microwave?
microwave?
Just
What?
to thaw it out, and then I put it on the
Okay.
on the oven stove top. Oh, you know,
What?
with the
I think you just went through a
some
drive-thru.
keto
There's
bread,
no way.
with some
Oh.
keto bread and cheese and ketchup.
Oh, Eileen is using the litter box, and it's just, I can smell it.
What was in
Thanks.
her kibble?
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
What?
Hell yeah, man.
On Discord, it like slowly
Oh.
kept cutting out as you went.
Well, it sounds good on my end, so. Oh, man. Oh.
It's gonna be weird hearing all of our voices at the same time without any like interruptions from Discord.
When I'm talking, I'm thinking
will
about
be
how much
scary.
post-editing this is going to require.
It won't be
too
that
much.
bad. Yeah, not
I
that
think just cutting out people so we're not talking over each other as much.
bad. No, it's fine. We can.
But I'm
Yeah,
kind of
it's more
excited
just
to
like
do it.
audio mixing more so than like
Yeah.
editing, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm excited to try something like this.
Made
Ooh,
this chair
whoa.
with all the ice out in the boat with the
Hey,
kid outside.
hey, hey,
What
give
the
it
hell
a
is
loop.
happening?
Give it a
Yeah,
loop.
yeah.
That's from Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. I don't know why I started doing that, but
Speaking
I
of
had the feel.
sicko mode, Sycamore.
Ooh, that was a good
That segue
transition.
was nice.
That was a pretty cool album.
Yeah. I'm a big
Tell
fan
us
of
more
it.
about it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sycamore was and is, it still exists, is my debut album. I worked on it for probably, I mean, if we're counting like all writing and recording and everything, probably like a year to 2 years, like a year and a half to 2 years of work gone into it. It was really, really fun and like exciting to work on. It was the first time I had like an actual focused 100% direction for a project. I had been working on a tape before that for a bit called Jabberwocky, which I still might revisit the concept of that.
I like that name for a song from you.
Yeah. I
good.
think I have a... No, it's not on found footage. It's on a secret project that's a secret. I have a bar about Jabberwockies. Yeah, I had this concept for a record of like, what if sometime in the future someone found like a project, like a mixtape from like an alien rapper, and I wanted to have like little skits in between, but then I was like, nah, that sounds too much like that fucking the Logic album, so I scrapped it.
Which one? Everybody or
Tits.
the
Incredible
Tits.
True Story.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Dayton thinks that too.
I don't know. I mean, I remember liking it.
I think it's his best.
I agree with you. I'd agree with you. I'd say that is probably his best. I'm not
This is foul.
the hugest
Why are we-
Logic
how do we
fan,
get
but
here?
sorry.
Sycamore.
But yeah,
Dude, Caleb owns Under Pressure on vinyl.
You own like every single Logic album on vinyl. You own like every single one.
Do you own Supermarket?
I own Supermarket, Confessions of a Dangerous
Yeah, look who's
Mind, Young
talking.
Sinatra 4, Bobby Tarantino 2, The Incredible True Story, Under Pressure. I think that's it. No, and No
Keep
Pressure.
naming them. Oh, look, there's another one. There's no way.
Another one.
Another one.
But yeah, so Sycamore, around summer of summer of like 2021 is when I really like developed the idea for like what I wanted the album to be and what I wanted it to sound like. I had been making some songs up until that point. I already had the song Sycamore recorded, and at first it was going to be an EP. It was just going to be like a couple songs, and then I got linked up with After School Death Club, which is a bunch of people that make music that got together after Kill Bill the Rapper put together that beat cipher, and a bunch of the people that were part of the beat cipher kind of got together and have like a pseudo informal kind of collective of a bunch of peoples. And then when I got linked up with all of those folks, it kind of spurred a new direction because I started showing them some demos. It was like the first time I really like started connecting with other people in the like online that made music. Like I had and still do have friends who make music from time to time, but like it was really fun and exciting to start getting inspired by other people. And then that really kind of helped me focus on what I wanted the direction to be. And then from there it developed, and I developed the concept through I think it was just like a conversation with a friend is how I ended up developing the concept. And then, yeah, it kind of evolved from there. And I wanted it to be like a journey through like recovery from things. Mm-hmm. And also to focus on like what it's like to have to like go through something that's like go through pain or trauma that's like continuous, like something that's like going to continue to happen, but also like have to heal while you're doing it. Mm-hmm. And that's where like the phrase "by the sycamore tree I bleed," which spurred the idea for the album, came from, because I like the I'm a nerd, and I like thematic dichotomy in
Me
things.
Too.
Like when things are different and kind of exist separately, but like don't cancel each other out. So like the idea of like bleeding out by a sycamore tree is a fun dichotomy to me, because it's like here you have something that is living and provides life in an ecosystem, and like something that would represent life, and here's someone bleeding out by it. But it's not like but like bleeding out, not in like it's a dire moment, but just kind of like existing within that, like kind of. And that's where the sound, I'd like to say that the album sounds like that in my head, at least. Like I'd like to say that this album sounds like, and that's where the idea for the album cover came, where I like the idea of like I wanted it to invoke beauty and like purity. That's why I wore white, and that's why it was like shot in nature, and it evoked like images of the Virgin Mary, but then like, and I have like pretty makeup on, but underneath is like bruising and stuff like that. I liked the thematic dichotomy of that, and yeah, it was really, really fun to make. I'm still so proud of it. I still listen to it on my own time, just because I'm super proud of it. I'm really, really glad that people like it, and I think it's like the perfect thing to introduce.
Yeah, it's perfect
who
debut.
I am. Yeah, I really do. I agree. I think it's like I'm so proud of it as like a debut record. Because it's just like, here I am. This is what I like to do. This is what I want to do. This is me.
The album cover matches like all the lyrics and instrumentals so well, and like in your verses, it feels like you're like accepting that these things happen, but like they still hurt.
Yeah.
And you hear the growth through the track list.
Yeah, I wanted the first song to be I wanted the first song to be like something that would set it up, and I wanted it to be like sonically kind of similar to the last track, which is the first song was produced by the producer Kamato, and I produced the last track, and I kind of produced it in vein of the intro one by Kamato. Like I used his beat as inspiration for my beat on the last one, because I wanted them to sound there. That's why they're both very like synthy, and they both have like a melodic chorus to it, and so I wanted those to sound similar, but kind of like they're both talking about the same thing from different points of view, where the first one is like kind of setting up the main themes of the record, and then the final tape or the final song on the tape is like discussing those same things, but as if with a new perspective and less dire, and like, yeah, there's that theme of like acceptance. And that's why, like, in the final part of the song, I repeat the phrase "by the sycamore tree I bleed" for every bar in the last 4 bars. And yeah, and like the first song is about, like, you know, the hook is like "bring me before you break down," and then the last song is like "before you go, can you," like it's about like bring me along with you, but then there's a point where you're like, okay, well, I know you're gonna leave, so before this ends, what, like, here's what I want. And that specifically was about my mother, but I also felt like it could be representative of many different things. Like there was also a perspective of when I wrote the hook for "Before You Go," of like the feeling of like losing someone you love, like that final moment. I think I had recorded it right before a long-term relationship ended, and I kind of knew it was ending, so I kind of wrote that for myself. But also it's about loss. I mean, so it can be applicable to any kind of loss.
You talk about like a lot of issues you're going through on the album, and a lot of them, the way you tackle them, almost it feels like vengeful in a way, or like even like a little bit bitter at points. But then I like how at the end of the album, it's like, you know, like there's obviously a struggle going on like throughout the middle of the album. Then at the end, I'm glad you leave it the way you do, where it's more like
there's an acceptance.
Yeah, it's not as, you know, it's more just like, I don't know. I like how you go out not rapping, but you go out singing as well.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
Yeah, I really like that observation. Like, yeah, like there was the second to last song was planned as the final song from the very beginning of the record. That was probably the first song I recorded chronologically. Was the second to last song, "Choke on That Silver Spoon." But yeah, like you were saying, like that
would have felt like a completely different album.
Yeah, if it ended with that, it would be completely different. And so I was listening to the record, what I had of it, which was like all of the tracks were recorded, and then I made "Before You Go" on New Year's Eve 2021, and it was the last song I made for the record, because I was like, I mean, I love that. So I love "Choke on That Silver Spoon," but it does end on a. I mean, the last thing you hear, the last thing I say is like "fuck you."
Yeah.
Or like "Choke on That Silver Spoon." Like, that is not a.
It could end there. It could end there. But it just would be different, you know.
It would still be a satisfying
It would change the
end.
narrative of it, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, it would, for sure. Yeah, and I'm really glad that I added "Before You Go" to it, because it does thematically, it ties the whole record together, and I did want to leave it not necessarily on like a fully positive note, because there's still an acknowledgement of like a pain that is still there, but like accepting it, being like, this will be okay eventually.
Also, just like, I don't know if you intended this or not, but looking at songs like "Friendships Past" and then going to songs like "Choke on That Silver Spoon," it feels like there's a growth in confidence between those two songs as well. Like with the first one, it's like you're talking about like, you know, this relationship that you were hurt in, right? But then there's still like a little bit of like sorrow or a little bit like, I don't know, like not satisfied with the conclusion of something. But then looking at the relationship on "Choke on That Silver Spoon," it's almost more like you're confident in yourself. I don't know, you're more like, there's less, I don't know how to explain. I'm trying.
It's less of a recent hurt.
You feel more confident in that song.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you intended that or not, but I think it's important that it comes near the end of the album.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that, because "Choke on the Silver Spoon" was written first, but it was a conscious effort to put it after "Friendships Past," because that song is like, "Choke on That Silver Spoon" is like where "Friendships Past" is like, I'm hurt, why did you hurt me?
Yeah.
"Choke on That Silver Spoon" is like, I'm hurt, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't need you. Like, yeah, that's like where friendships pass. Yeah, and they're that's.
And I do
Hell yeah.
believe that that's a form of acceptance, saying like,
Yeah,
I'm done
exactly.
with you. You can accept something and move on while still being spiteful, in my opinion.
Yeah,
You know,
you can still.
You don't
be
have to
upset
forgive
about it.
everybody for everything, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truly, you don't have to forgive everyone. You can move on from it, but that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that you like forgive them because you're
Right.
they're not in your they don't have to be in your life anymore.
It's just interesting how the album's left on almost such a bad note, almost like it's a sad note. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
It's left sad, but it's the way it's resolved is it resolves nicely, to where
yeah,
I don't know, like those last two songs are like really intense, but the way it ends, I feel like satisfied, and I feel like the album shouldn't have continued on to like a extremely like happy
Yeah.
ending kind of thing, you know.
yeah. It's like it's a hopeful end, but it's still not a happy ending.
And each time you listen to it, you're gonna find something new. Like
Yeah.
every single bar is important to what you're saying. It's crazy.
Hell yeah.
It feels like you took a year to make that album.
It does.
Yeah, I'm really glad that shines through. That like the amount of time and thought that I put into it. Yeah, I really, because I was like thinking about like there was times when I could have dropped another album while I was making Sycamore, but I consciously was like, I want this to be like my debut,
Yeah.
and I want it to be as complete and done and ready as it can be
Yeah.
by the time it's out. And so I was, and I sat, it was all recorded months before it came out. Like, it was all done, recorded on December 31st, and then it didn't release until July because I took that time to develop it even more, develop the concept of it visually, get I remixed and remastered that album like 4 times. I did some, I think I might have done like 1 or 2 last minute re-recordings of a verse on there, I think. But yeah, no, I really wanted that one to be special as like a debut record.
It's very special. That's just one people are going to come back to in the future, and
Yeah.
it's just like a great place to start from.
Fuck yeah.
So what's in your kibble?
Ooh, yeah, vodka soda is in my kibble.
In your
I
kibble?
have no kibble.
What?
Kibble's gone.
You eat it all already?
It's all gone.
Just chowing down.
Not my kibbles.
There's only so much to go around. Did you bring enough kibble for the class?
You can eat if you share with the rest of the class.
So I feel like we've talked about a lot today. We've been going for like 43 minutes.
In 22 seconds. Now it's 25.
Nice.
28.
You're so good at counting.
Dude, I'm so impressed.
You've finally grown. But
Are we wrapping it up?
I think we should wrap it up here
Okay.
by saying all in unison 3, 2, 1. What's in your kibble? Episode 1 with Mondo the Alien. Do you have any last words?
I'm trying to think of something profound.
Okay, we'll give you some time.
Yeah.
We'll leave this all in too.
Hell yeah. Love yourself, protect each other. All we have is time. And protect trans kids. Woo!
That's how you ended our interview
Woo!
too. Yeah.
Let's go!
So what's in your kibble?
What's
Your kibble.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye! I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Yeah, me too.